Yeah, so the next thing we're going to look at is configuration and design for VLAN and the different ways that you can put a VLAN together and the different ways that based on need and based on resources that you would build a VLAN. So let's go ahead and look at the desktop. Okay, Module 6, Section 7, VLAN Design and Configuration. VLAN hopping is a specific attack where an attacker breaches a vulnerable VLAN and then uses that breached VLAN to move up or down into other VLANs. So essentially, if you've got one where the security is not set up properly, it's possible once you get in, you can gain enough level of trust that you can breach other VLANs. And it's basically a hacking mode of operation where if you can get a toe in the network, then you can get further in at that point. So VLAN hopping is a specific attack. Spoofs, switch spoofing, that is one method of VLAN hopping where you imitate the switch, a trunking switch, and then that once you are acting as the trunking switch, then you have access to all the VLANs that run into that trunk switch. Double tagging, on the other hand, is adding a second hidden tag to a VLAN, into a packet. And essentially, once you've gotten that malformed packet into the VLAN, then the VLAN will read the inner tag, and now you can get in and move into other VLANs. So those are just different ways that that a hacker can break into a VLAN. VLAN security concerns, basically you got a participation activity here you need to complete. Then make sure that you are very familiar with this table. This is best practices for designing VLANs, what you should do and why you should do it. So make sure that you're familiar with that table. I'm not going to go through it. You're capable of reading that on your own. So go through that. Make sure that you are very familiar with it. Hint, hint. Switched Virtual Interface, SVI, that's a VLAN interface. That's a layer 3 interface created on a switch to provide communication between each configured VLAN. And a participation activity, then inter-VLAN routing. Basically, it varies. The VLAN router configurations or inter-VLAN routing vary depending on the device and the routing method used. It can be sub-interface. A router can use a single physical port, logically divided into multiple interfaces known as a sub-interface, with each sub-interface participating in inter-VLAN routing, or a router on a stick, multiple sub-interfaces participating in inter-VLAN routing. That's router on a stick because the router resembles a lollipop. And then here are the participation activities. This would be router on a stick. You've got the trunk, then you've got the router sending information out. All right, once you've got that done, then you're ready to move on to the next section. Okay, if you have any questions, I can be reached through the Canvas inbox or contact me in class, and I'll do my best to help you answer those.